Good morning, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I am an independent UK demonstrator, and today I've come along to show you a little project that I've made for somebody. I hope they're going to like it. It is a notebook. All I've done is actually covered some little notepads that I've got. I've used up some scrap material papers from the butterfly bijou, which you are now able to purchase. It's this beautiful DSP. You've seen me use it quite a few times now. Try and get what I've got left out of the packet. There are 48 sheets of this gloriousness. Yeah, absolutely. Let's try and do it a bit slower. It's really gorgeous. There's 48 sheets of bliss. They are absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic for a quick card. Not only can you now purchase the papers, the butterfly bijou papers, you can now purchase the butterfly brilliance. Oh, the insides. Butterfly brilliance and the matching dies, which are called butterfly wings, I believe. I've covered up the name, haven't I? Yeah, brilliant wings dies, they're called. This main one here is to cut out the stamps as a whole. This stamp comes as one stamp. You can cut it out as one because that is just one die. There are extra bits within the set too, and there's also some detailed dies. These are obviously separate dies. Usually cut your DSP or your cardstock or whatever you choose to cut your butterflies from. They are absolutely gorgeous. I do know some people who have some demos that have actually got this stamp set, didn't want it as a one step. They wanted to cut up and have the butterflies individually. I probably won't do that, well, not yet anyway. I may well choose to do it. I've got my favourites on the stamp set already, and I have found that I've got a bundle of the ones that I don't use, let's say. So I may well cut into it. I don't know yet. You'll see me use that in a minute anyway. And the last thing that you can now purchase for that is that bundle. It's not a bundle. It's a set of products. Is the speciality paper, which is the one that I showed you previously, which is quite textured. There's only 2 sheets in this pack, but it is a speciality paper. It's it's quite textured. It's quite nice. I've not thought of anything yet to use that for, but I will. So yes, they are available to purchase now. If you would like to purchase any of these products that I'm going to be using today, my details are all down below, and the product details will be down below too. Okay, let's crack on. You're going to need, obviously you're going to need a little notebook that you wish to cover. This particular one, I know that I'm going to need, what you're going to need to do is measure your notebook. Then you're going to add, I think it's a centimetre or half a centimetre. I need to measure it. Yeah, it's half a centimetre. You need to add half a centimetre, so you're going to add up here, which for me is 15 and a half, or 15.7 should I say, and then add another 4 centimetres. So all I've done, literally measured my book, added half a centimetre here, and then another 4 centimetres here. Okay, so for me, and obviously you're going to have to measure to the side too. For me, my cardstock's going to be 10.5 10 point, I think I can get it that way actually. 10.5. Let's have a look. Let me check. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, easy. So if I use 10.5 this way, and then I'm going to measure 19.7. Mine was 19.5. 5, 6, 7. So chop that off. I'm going to do 4 centimetres. And then 4.5 centimetres. And that should be it. Okay, so your back measurement, your 4 centimetres, is the piece at the back. So you obviously want to score that, and then you want to leave another 0.5 centimetre for your the width of your book. Obviously, if your book's going to be thicker or thinner, you're going to have to adjust that measurement. Okay, so just fold and burnish those. Make sure that they're straight. I think actually I'll do my 4 first. That's the one. And then my 0.5 centimetre. They're a bit tricky, the 0.5 centimetre ones. But there you go. That should fit over my book nicely. Yeah. Okay. So that's the front. Then I cut a strip of my DSP, which I'm sure I just grabbed a piece. 1 centimetres, obviously, by, I think it's 15.2 or something like that, 15.2. So I'm just going to cut a quick strip. 15.2 by 1. So let's do me 1 first. 1. Do love this paper. That is from the Butterfly Bijou, and it's 15.2. 1, 2, 15.2. It's done. It's already that size, which is a bit of luck. Then to decorate, I used my stitched. I'll leave that there so that you can see it. I used my Stitched So Sweetly dies again. I do love the dies on these. I do love these because they're just pretty. I did the large. It's not the largest. It's the second to largest, and the next one down as well. Out of my coordinating colours. Okay, so I'm just going to nip and die cut these out. Hopefully I won't be too long, and hopefully I won't be jogging the camera too much. I'm going to run it through once, both of them on the plate, so they only have to jiggle you about once. I know you're jiggling a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So that's done. Leave that there. Put that in the bin. Oops. So there's my dies. So they will be layered onto there. I've got to stamp on that one. And I've chosen a little note, it's called, from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. Where is it? A little note there. I thought that was the perfect sentiment. I'm going to use my own black ink, if I can find it, for this, because I want to heat emboss. Because I do like the way. I need to keep you in view, don't I? So hope that's straight. Yep. So I'm just going to pop over and put some embossing powder on it now. That's that. Now I'm just going to, in fact, I'm not going to heat it up yet. Oh, actually, I better, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to do the butterflies. So I'll quickly heat this up. Try not to do it too long. Just heating my gun up now. There we go. I find that gun so difficult to turn off. Okay, there we go. So that is that. Can you see? Embossed. Do love embossed. So that will go on there. That will go behind there. And now we're going to do the butterflies. I thought I'd save the butterflies for last. Now, instead of me doing, just cutting out a butterfly from the DSP, we're actually going to use the stamp set, which is already on my Stamparatus. I've decided to get that out today because it is such a large stamp. I'm not going to be able to grip anything with that. So I've popped my butterfly stamp set. Now you can see it's all one stamp. I may well chop it up into being one. I really don't know. As I say, I do have my favourites on there, and I know that I'm going to use them far more than I'm going to use the others. Mind you, I could always give them away. So I'm going to stamp up using my own ink pad, because again, I am going to, I mean, I could just ink up the one that I want, but blow it. I will always use butterflies. There are plenty of uses for butterflies. I love butterflies. And I love bees too. Not necessarily bees close up, real bees close up, but I like pictures of them. Okay, so that's that inked up. Just apply a little bit of pressure, make sure that it's getting all of it. Doesn't matter if it isn't, because as you know, with the Stamparatus, you can go back and do it again. Now look, I haven't got any ink on there. Thank goodness I'm using my Stamparatus, because I can re-ink. Now, I think it was this end. Why not do it all? There we go. Let's try again. Did I not put enough pressure on there? I'm going to slide that off. That's a very strong magnet, that is. Okay. Hopefully that's done. Yeah, well, not too successful, is it? Never mind, because I'm not going to use that one anyway. I am going to use these. In fact, I don't like it. It's too dark now. My own fault for doing it twice. What I'm going to do now is I am going to pop it back into my... I'm going to put that on this time. I'm going to pop it back into my Stamparatus and do a new one now. And if they don't come out, I am not going to redo it, because I don't want it that dark. My favourite stamp already stamped, so I shouldn't have to worry. I'm praying. There we go, perfect, absolutely perfect. So again, it was my own fault for re-inking it up twice. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to pop this. Beauty of this is that I can now take this whole thing off. I'm going to pop this over there. The reason I've taken it off is because I'm going to take it over to my sink, and I'm just going to pop some water on it, and hopefully that will suffice until I'm ready to clean it. Okay, so now I'm going to pop some embossing powder on here, and then we are going to heat it up. As I say, I like to show you my mistakes as well. I could quite easily just edit them out. I don't see the point. Every single one of us makes mistakes in our crafting. Just shows you that we're not perfect. Because I expect there'll be people out there very intimidated by the fact that some people do things perfectly each time. I can assure you, we all make mistakes. Right, this may take a little bit of time. Oops. Not sure if you can see on the camera, but it's starting to turn. When you're heat embossing, don't be tempted to flick it like this. There's no point. You just go over your embossing powder. And if you can see, it just starts to take very quickly. In the same way, don't do it too much. Don't overcook it, because it goes quite strange. Two more. Beautiful butterflies, aren't they? And they stamp out beautifully. There we go. All done. Sorry about the noise then. So I am just going to use one of these. I'm going to use my favourite one, which is this one. Absolutely love this one. I don't know why. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to pop the other one over here. It's such a shame about that other one. I probably could still use it. In fact, I'm just going to pop some embossing powder on this one. Yes, it is dark, but who knows, I might be able to use it on something. So I'll pop some embossing powder on it. I'm not going to obviously emboss it, heat emboss it now. As long as you've got your powder on, you should be able to leave it for a little while before you heat it up. There we go, I'll just leave that there. Just a little bit worried about my just a wee bit worried about the ink on my butterfly stamp, that I haven't wiped it off completely, so I'm just going to quickly, I don't think it's going to come off anyway. That is the trouble with using the ink that I use for my black, for my embossing. It does stain my stamps quite dark, but it doesn't matter, because it doesn't actually affect the the way that your stamp will work. It just looks dark, and when you get a brand new set, you don't like getting it all messy. Right, we're going to colour this in now. I'm going to quickly do this. So I don't profess to be a colourist at all. I'm literally just I'm using This one is Pool Party. And I'm just literally going over all of it. Another reason I love to use embossing, the heat embossing, is because colouring becomes a doddle. You don't have to worry about anything. Just glides over the dark. There we go. Oh, they're beautiful. And I'm going to use just the light Bermuda Bay, but I'm not going to use a lot of it. I'm just going to go where it's indicated on the stamp. You know, you've got little little dark pieces that you can just pop some colour on. So you probably can't even see that. Just go. Doesn't matter that I've gone off the edge because I'm going to cut it out. Very, very quick and easy card. Not a card, is it? It's a Prezi. It's a Prezi. Love it, love it, love it. I'm just going to quickly go back over it with my Pool Party. Just try and blend those, the Bermuda Bay, and you can see it is actually blending it. Beautiful, beautiful colour. I absolutely love a blue. There we go. It's stunning. Right, next I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, of course, just to quickly give my wings some sparkle. Thankfully I've got one of these in the post waiting to arrive. I'm running out. Okay, I'm going to cut this out now. Sorry, it seems like I'm rushing, doesn't it? I'm expecting a phone call very soon. I'm just hoping that they don't ring before I've finished. Oops. Goodness me. You can, of course, I could have used my Brilliant Wings dies and I could have cut these whole lot out. I will show you after I've done this. Of course I could have done, couldn't I? Daft me. Would have saved me cutting this out. But I do love fussy cutting. And I'm sure my ladies who receive my kits every month get a bit fed up with the old fussy cutting. Don't worry, ladies, we'll be back soon. We'll be doing some proper stamping, some proper crafting. Not just cutting out DSP, etc. Hopefully it won't be long. I had some good news yesterday that I come under the bracket now to have my vaccination. So hubby and I are going off on Saturday to have that done. Can't wait. Right, there we go. That's it. That's it. I'm going to get rid of this magnet. Put that back on my stamper office, otherwise I'm going to lose it. As I say, it's a really, really strong magnet. These are a fantastic tool. They really are, especially if you've got problems with your hands, because it is just open and shut, open and shut. It's fabulous, and you can re-ink. I know I showed you re-inking. Wasn't very successful, but I can assure you re-inking is successful if you're using your normal ink pads. I was using my own ink pad, which is very, very juicy. It made it all too dark. Anyway, stop gassing. I'm going to shape my butterflies. I always shape my butterflies. Well, I always shape my flowers too. And you'll notice I cut up to the body. And that is something else that I do, just to give it a bit more dimension. I think you saw my card last week where I used one of these butterflies. There we go. That looks so much nicer, doesn't it? With a bit of movement to it. Okay. So I'm just going to pop it together now. You just need some nice strong glue to go on the back of your card here. And I'm going to use my Tombow. Oops. This one. I want something that's not going to come off. And I'm going to put a very thin line along here. And I'm going to make sure you got it around the right way. So make sure the bottom is flat with your book. And there you go. That should fit perfectly. Now that bit's sticking out. I'm not sure why. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You just straighten it out. Luckily I had a little bit of wiggle room there with my Tombow. It's not normally quite as forgiving. Okay. That's that. And I'm going to get my strip. And I'm going to pop some glue on the back of that. I'm not too fussed where it's going. I'm going to line my book up and so that I can try and get it fairly straight. This actually looks too long, but it doesn't matter. I'll snip it off at the end. I'm getting glue everywhere. Doesn't matter because it rubs off. Whoops. There we go. Make sure I've got it straight. You can't really tell unless you're looking over the top of it, can you? But I can't do that because my camera is there. Oh, I'm getting glue everywhere today. Okay, because it just rubs off. I think I put too much glue on the back of my strip. That's all. Doesn't matter. Okay. That's not going to show anyway, so matters not. Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, that looks 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. That's fine, that'll do. That will do. I'm just going to snip off this end bit. There we go. So that it's not too long. And this is going to sit on here. Like that. So I'm going to, it's all done flat. I wanted to do it flat because if somebody was going to pop this in their handbag, they don't want their layers to fall off in their bag. these just layer up perfectly, don't they? Just beautiful. And that goes on there. And hopefully that will be it. I've done that one slightly over. Doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you've got a strip of something on there. Everything looks skew-whiff to me. I don't know why. Let's have a look through the camera. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be fine. Okay, now we've got to put our beautiful butterfly on there. That is just going to have a little bit of Tombow on the back, down the spine. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not the spine, is it? It's his body. There we go. A beautiful butterfly. And now I'm going to put some black gems on him. So pleased that they brought out these lovely black gems. We don't often have black. These are just matte black dots. I would have much preferred if they were shiny, but they're black and they're matte. So we'll just pop some of these on him. I put a bigger one for the head, up by the head there, and the rest were smaller ones. I think you can fit 6 of these. Bit generous, but what are we like with our gems, eh? Do you know what that noise is? I don't know if you can hear that. That is my flask making a noise. Frightened the life out of me the first time I ever did it. It's releasing air. And there we go. That is it. That is that is your little notebook covered. Now what a difference, you know, from a little lined pad. You can pick up these really quite cheaply from your shops when the shops are open again, of course. Yeah, they're very reasonable, and that hasn't quite stuck there. Just pop some more glue on there. Anyway, I hope you've liked my little project, and you go and have a look at all these beautiful products in the butterfly range. I think it's called Butterfly Brilliance or Butterfly Bouquet. All on my shop. You'll find all the details. They're absolutely gorgeous. They are. They really are. Yes, thank you for stopping by today. All my details and everything are down below as usual. If you like what you've seen today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Hit the subscribe button. And next to it is a little bell which will let you know when I'm next posting a video. I'm hoping to up my game a little bit and start doing some more videos each week. But yeah, thank you again for stopping by, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye now.